message is brought to you by my host at Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM.
Obey the rules and regulations of the road for your own safety. Know the drive like say you get extra life for house. If you go, you don't go be that. The people know for see you again be that. Why you dey follow one way when you're day on call and you know say you don't drink beer before? Save your life, take 'em easy. Obey traffic laws, know the rules, follow the rules, and the rules will protect you. Know the rules, follow the rules, the rules will protect you. You better make it late, than make you late. Life no get back to. If you drink, don't drive. If you must drive, don't drink. Save your life, take 'em easy. Obey traffic laws.
You're listening to Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM.
In a city that never sleeps and traffic that never slumbers. We at Lagos Traffic Radio are always on time with traffic updates as you navigate through the smart city of Lagos. Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward. News from Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward.
Hello and good afternoon. Here is the news at 1. I am Mike James. In a bid to promote the wellness and well-being of civil servants, the Office of the Head of Service in Lagos State has organized its maiden walk for fitness. Civil servants from various ministries, departments and agencies of the state government joined the Head of Service, Bodiaguru, top government functionaries, including permanent secretaries, directors on the walk, which kicked off from the Adeyemi Bero Auditorium, Alausa, to Arlen Roundabout in Ikeja, back to Alausa. Speaking with journalists after the walk, the state head of service, Bodiaguru, urged public servants in the state to be physically, mentally and emotionally stable to enhance their productivity. Aguru, who stated that the walk would be organized every last Saturday of the month, commended public servants for their dedication and selfless service. He had this to say.
Keeping fit, meeting up with each other, networking with each other. You know, there's some staff have not seen each other in years because we're so focused on work. We go to work, we go home. So it's a good opportunity to keep fit, to network, to meet your PAMSECs and your heads of agency, and to speak to them on the same level, and just have a general chit-chat.
Special Advisor to Governor on Political, Legislative and Civil Engagement of Alabi Tajuddin and Permanent Secretary in the Office, Abiola Kushigbi, described the exercise as a way of keeping fit and helping public servants to be alert while carrying out their duties.
It's a way of keeping fit, brain alertness, body and soul, and I think it is worthwhile starting the work from here at the Bero. Local bus stop, we make a U-turn and we enter to the main gate. And I think I see everybody sweating. By the time everybody gets home today, it's going to be a sound sleep, freshness, and the adjustment of all the body system.
It's a very novel and very interesting initiative. You know, we have a situation where a lot of us are always sitting, we're sedentary, we're always sitting, we're walking, we're not taking care of our health. So this is really very exciting and we hope that it continues and it is sustained.
The event featured health talks, including risk factors of high blood pressure, diabetes and how to prevent them. The band Civil General Hospital, Surulere, in recognition of the selfless service to patients of the hospital last year, has presented awards to some of the staff of the anesthetics department of the hospital, just as other outstanding officers in the junior and senior categories were recognized. In his address at the presentation ceremony during the first 2024 staff meeting, the medical director, chief executive officer of the hospital, Olumide Shojiri, promised to continue to focus on creating an atmosphere that will enhance improved service delivery among health workers and staff of the hospital. Shojiri appreciated all members of the workforce for their support and cooperation throughout last year, just as he commended the patient for believing in and trusting the hospital for quality healthcare delivery. He encouraged them to keep up the good work, especially in the area of quality service delivery to patients at all times. No fewer than 140 officials will track and assess the performance of federal ministries, departments, and agencies ahead of the first assessment exercise at the end of this month. This is as the officials joined the third technical retreat for delivery desk officers of federal ministries on implementation of presidential priorities and ministerial deliverables in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, which began on Wednesday. A senior official working closely with the Central Delivery Coordination Unit, headed by the Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Hadiza Bala Usman, revealed that the officers who would conduct the assessment were drawn from 35 federal government ministries, departments, and agencies. Bala Usman warned the participants that a principal would sack ministers who failed to perform their duties, noting that President Tinubu was poised to deliver on his promise of making life better and easier for Nigerians. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has suspended the permit for non-commercial flight PNCF of Martini Airline Services Limited following the crash landing of its private jet with 10 persons on board in Ibadan, Oyo State. According to the NCAA, the suspension will subsist until a conclusion is drawn that the conditions of the PNCF were complied with by the private jet charter providers. Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection of NCAA, Michael Achimugu, said this in a statement through the agency's X handle. Achimugu said the NCAA has further initiated a safety and economic audit of all private jet operations in Nigeria. NCAA assured the traveling public of its utmost commitment to safety and the entrenchment of global best practices. Federal Civil Service Commission (FCSC) has disassociated itself from online job recruitment platforms, indicating that the Commission is currently recruiting into ministries, departments, and agencies (MDAs). A press release signed by the head of press, Taiwo Hassan, urged the public to disregard the fake news. It also warned Nigerians to be wary of the activities of fake recruitment syndicates and racketeers. And in some foreign news, the United Nations Secretary Council has resolved to meet next week over the order by the International Court of Justice (ICJ) calling for Israel to prevent the commission of genocidal acts against Palestinians in Gaza. Barely 24 hours after the ruling, the Council's presidency announced to hold a meeting on Wednesday. Algeria called for the meeting after its Ministry of Foreign Affairs said it would give binding effect to the pronouncement of the court on the provisional measures imposed on the Israeli occupation. The ICJ earlier ruled 15-2 that there was possibility of South Africa's claims that Palestinians require protection from genocide. The courts did not take the action most desired by South Africa and feared by Israel, that ordering an immediate unilateral ceasefire, which would have stymied the war effort, and indicated that the court believes genocide is actively taking place. And over to sports news. The Super Eagles media officer, Babafemi Raji, says the players are all fit and battle ready for the round of 16 clash against Cameroon at the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations. The Super Eagles of Nigeria will take on the table lies of Cameroon in Abidjan by 9 p.m. Nigerian time. All 25 players participated in the Super Eagles training held at the National called the police the Abidjan on Friday. The players took part in a session which was mostly light walkouts. The first 30 minutes of the session were open to journalists and the public. Speaking on the sidelines of the training, Raji noted that there were no injury concerns as all players were ready and available for selection. And that was our news at 1. But just before we go, stay alive. Majors on pedestrian bridges were available. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Solo administration began community tourism initiative? Well, you can always get more details on the Lagos State Government website, and for contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayodu Olaya. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, moving Lagos forward.
People forget better life and live long as supposed to be. I don't make Lagos take up and also say they no one take IC. Sell to the use and distribute styrofoam products throughout the state and I will intimidate effect to styrofoam, na plastic or whether na cup or even plate. Whether they take some for party because over half of the West where we they see for we state every day na styrofoam and I they full inside. And now waiting they bring diseases like cholera from food and where they leave behind. This styrofoam level, hey, you know they decay because for 500 years after they use them, that's why they move up and down like a spirit when they die. Every year, now you government to come they spend big money to clean our drainage where we send out this styrofoam and all that of the brothers they full am. At the end of the day, they go enter the belly of the fishes. Now so cancer they take that people their body up and down. Oh, put to Lagos people. Now would they advise you to hug the usage of plastics the way you feel use and reuse plenty times. Maybe the one way you go use one control way for the interest of public health and safety. It don't do. Now Oga Tokumba Wahab, Honorable Commissioner Environment and Water Resources for Puerto Lagos, they want to know.
The bombs, streets and condos. Wouldn't stop the flow of Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
All right, this is flight schedule for the 27th today in the month of January 2024. And this afternoon, we will kickstart with Max Airline. For Max Airline, we have just one flight available, and it is from Lagos to Kano. Departure time from Lagos to Kano for Max Airline takes off at 4:35 p.m. Moving on to Eric Air. Departure from Lagos to Abuja for Eric Air takes off at 2:20 p.m. Lagos to Port Harcourt 5:10 p.m. and Lagos to Warri 2 p.m. For Ibom Airline, we have departure from Lagos to Abuja. Departure time is 4:30 p.m. Lagos to Enugu 3:30 p.m. and Lagos to Uyo 2 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. And finally, for Air Peace, we have departure from Lagos to Abuja. Departure time is 1:45 p.m., 4:15 p.m., 4:20 p.m. and 6 p.m. Lagos to Port Harcourt takes off at 2:05 p.m. and Lagos to Kano 2:40 p.m. And that's it for flight schedule on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Just listen to Flight Schedule, brought to you by Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
All right, still Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Welcome back from Flight Schedule. And quickly, we want to take you back to the roads, and we want to look at the Mile 2 environs. For those around Mile 2, we learned of an impediment involving a 40-feet flat body trailer having a full pump issue, and this 40-feet flat body trailer is at Agofure inwards Mile 2 Bridge. Currently, it has no effect on traffic, and traffic managers are already on ground, of course, monitoring traffic flow. Also, the necessary agencies have been contacted for its evacuation, so time a towing vehicle will be on ground to get it evacuated. But meanwhile, please look out for that 40-feet flat body trailer having a full pump issue. It's at Agofure inwards Mile 2 Bridge. Moving on with more updates around the car wash end. Do not forget, car wash at this time is quite slow, but moving traffic due to the activities of the Loma. Okay, all right, so we have a slow but moving traffic at car wash, okay, due to some certain activities there. So take note of that. Also, around the Kappa end, do not forget that we still have road rehabilitation work ongoing at Kappa in North Moshe by the Menofama. And due to this rehabilitation work, traffic has been diverted rather. Okay, and we have counterflow from Ulukwesi inwards Kappa en route to Moshe. Okay, and also traffic is affected already because of the rehabilitation work that is taking place at Kappa by the traffic light. Backlog of traffic as we speak is felt at Iyano Brown, but traffic managers on ground managing the situation effectively, so cooperate with them as you journey through. Let's also look at other locations quickly, and I want to take you back to the Lagos-Abeokuta environs. For those around Lagos-Abeokuta, currently we have an impediment of a broken down trailer at National in Etikeja along. The owner is working on it with its mechanic, trying to fix it, and for now traffic is still relatively calm within National in Etikeja along. Structure is still very much in place. Traffic managers are also on ground monitoring traffic flow. And within CMS 3rd Mainland Bridge, the road is now open to full vehicular movement from Adeniji inwards Adekunle on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. But it is quite heavy inwards Adeniji down to Adekunle. Backlog of traffic as we speak is felt all the way to Simpson, Obalende Bridge, Osborne and beyond. But traffic managers are on ground doing the needful. We have no impediments at the moment, so take note of this. For those flying Kata Bridge, Idumota axis, currently Idumota and its environs is currently free. Okay. Aside from the fact that if you are ascending Caterbridge from Ilubirin, you will experience a busy movement. Quite busy, I must say, but it is moving. Again, motorists around Caterbridge, ascending Caterbridge from Ilubirin will experience a very busy but moving traffic. But traffic managers are there managing the situation effectively, and also we have no impediment within that vicinity. All right, and last but not the least, within, of course, Ojo Yanoba, we have rehabilitation work ongoing right in front of Total Filling Station, Yanosashi U-turn. And due to this, backlog of traffic has been extended towards Beno Hotels, but traffic managers are on ground doing the needful. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is a traffic manager, Patrick. We're calling from Oshodi.
All right, Patrick, welcome.
Please, we want to inform my motorists. There is a rehabilitation of road that go on at the Kappa in what they're mushing.
Okay.
So it is affecting traffic from my Anthony. Motorists are coming from Anthony. They want to should be we expect this traffic.
Oh, Anthony, in what should is affected?
Anthony in what should be.
Yeah.
So yeah, they will experience this traffic. Immediately after the peak, over the night peak, we have a peak corridor there.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So we give you updates.
All right.
Later.
All right. No problem. Thank you. Thank you very much, Traffic Manager Fadipe. Well done. And that was Traffic Manager Fadipe bringing us updates around the Oshodi environs pertaining to pertaining to the construction work that is still ongoing at Kappa Corridor. Now, remember earlier I mentioned the fact that we have a pocket of traffic already at Kappa Inwards Mushin. Now, just in case you're tuning in, wondering again what's happening around the Kappa end, currently we have a rehabilitation work ongoing, construction work, that's the meaning, okay? And, this construction work is taking place at Kappa Inwards Mushin by the men of Fama. And due to this, traffic has been affected drastically. Counterflow is also in place from Olukwese inwards Kappa en route to Mushin. And we already have a backlog of traffic felt at Yano Brown. Also, Fadikbe, traffic manager Fadikbe covering Oshodi says that Anthony inwards Oshodi has also been affected. So it's not just Yano Brown alone that is affected into Kappa. We also have Anthony inwards Oshodi affected because of that construction work taking place at Kappa inwards Mushin. So take note of this. Once you pull through, pulling away from the beach after the bridge, okay, you will enjoy a steady ride into Mount 2. But at Anthony inwards Oshodi, it's quite busy, as well as Olukwese inwards Kappa en route to Mushin, quite busy there because of the construction work taking place at Kappa inwards Mushin. Also, backlog of traffic, like I said earlier, is felt at Yano Brown and Anthony inwards Oshodi. So take note of this and plan your movements, please. Plan your movements. And again, for motorists around Agofure inwards Mount Tuki Bridge, we have a 40-feet container laden. We have a 40-feet flat body trailer having a full pump problem. And this impediment is at Agofure inwards Mount Tuki Bridge. Currently, it has no effect on traffic, and a towing vehicle has been contacted for its evacuation. No effect on traffic yet, okay? A towing vehicle has also been contacted for its evacuation. So take note of this and plan your movements effectively. Power to Win by Flavor. 96.1 FM. Currently, for those around the Obagunusi end, that's on Obagunusi Road. Currently, we learned from traffic manager Wutola at 1:30 p.m. that there is an accident occurrence between a car and a bus, which took place at Udoero in with Wemco. Ideally, motorists are meant to use 2 lanes from Udoero in with Wemco, but as it is, motorists have just 1 lane to link up with, to link up with their various destinations from Udoero in with Wemco. But police officials are on ground already, managing the situation effectively, and the casualties have been taken to the nearest hospital. So please take note of this. Again, there is an accident occurrence between a car and a bus, which took place at Udoero in Wemco. Police officials are there doing the needful. Traffic isn't that affected. However, we have just 1 lane available for movement. So take note of this and plan your movement effectively.
Level up, 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 level up.
6.1 FM. Again, for motorists around Obagunusi, do not forget Awutola says that there is an accident occurrence that took place between a car and a bus at Odwero in Wemko, and due to this, accident, we already have a lane. We just have a lane available. Ideally, it's meant to be 2 lanes, okay, available for motorists but we just have 1 lane available for motorists to use this afternoon from Odwero in Wemko, and as such, you have to be patient, okay? Yes, you have to be patient with one another as you make use of that 1 lane available. Also, police officials are on ground doing the needful, managing the situation, as well as traffic manager Wotola and his team. And the casualties have also been taken to the nearest hospital, so please take note of this. Moving on towards the 3rd mainland, do not forget, motorists coming from the island this afternoon into the mainland will have full access to the 3rd mainland, okay? So motorists coming from the island into the mainland have access to the 3rd mainland bridge. But if you're coming from the mainland into the island this afternoon, you are to use Eco Bridge or Ikorodu Road. Again, if you're coming from the mainland heading towards the island, kindly use Ikorodu Road or Eco Bridge. And if you're coming from the island into the mainland on the return journey now, if you're coming from the island into the mainland, please use the 3rd mainland. However, the 3rd mainland as we speak is good, although within Victor Island it's quite busy there because of influx, okay? Osborne Ikoyo Balindi corridor is quite busy, but moving into the 3rd mainland because of influx, because of course everyone from the island are using the 3rd mainland to link up with the mainland, so it's quite busy, okay? But stay calm, be patient, and obey all traffic rules and regulations. Also, around the Lagos-Abeokuta Expressway, the earlier reported impediment of a broken down trailer at National in Utikeda along has finally been evacuated successfully, and traffic has been restored back to normal. If you're also around the Kappa end, do not forget we still have an ongoing construction work taking place at Kappa in Wetsumushi, and due to this, traffic has been diverted and affected. Backlog of traffic is felt at Oshodi-Uki Bridge in Wetmouth 2. Traffic again is at Oshodi-Uki in Wetmouth 2. That's why we have the backlog of traffic. And motorists coming from Anthony in Oshodi-Uki are also being affected, as well as Yano Brown. So please be patient. Traffic managers are there doing the needful. Cooperate with them and give them all the help and assistance they need.